My big self-sabotaging belief about handstands is that I'm gonna fall on my head and die. So we're gonna fight that right now. Didn't die. Hi everyone, and welcome to my gym, where I learned the importance of accountability towards your goals. And that is because I've learned to do things that I never thought possible when I was starting out, when I was young, like handstands. I never did a handstand as a kid, so when I came here and they were like, do a handstand, I was like, no, that cannot be done. And through lots of practice and consistent practice every single day and a lot of accountability, a lot of buddies, I managed to do a handstand, and it is so important. So today we're going to talk about accountability being essential to hitting your goals. So let's put some makeup and get back into my little office, and I'm going to talk you through my whole process. Hi everyone, and welcome to the Lifehack Show, where we help you hit your big, beautiful goals. I'm your host Jade, and today we're just going to dive right in because we want to talk about how accountability is so important to helping you achieve your goals. Now, we know that to achieve your goals, all you have to do is do small things every day to work towards your goals, and they compound into big results, like a snowball going downhill, built with momentum. And a huge part of this is making sure you actually do those steps every single day to actually achieve your goals, and that's where accountability comes in. So before we even get started, you need two things. One, you need your smarter goal. Don't worry, if you don't know what your SMART goal is, we have got two resources for you. Justin has already made a video on how to make a SMART goal, which is linked in the description box, and we have a free PDF for you on how to find your why and really strengthen your goal, which is linked above me. Second, you will need your how. What will you be doing every single day to work towards your goals? Again, if you really don't know, we have a free PDF for you called Start Taking Action to Achieving Your Goals, and that is also linked above me, and it will be in the description box. So once you have all those, we can start talking about accountability. I promise this isn't just a video about resources. We just like to make sure that you have everything you need so you will actually achieve your goals as quickly, smoothly, and efficiently as possible. So they are there if you want to supercharge all of your goals. But let's get into it, because this journey that you're about to go on towards your goals, it won't be like a nice straight country cycling path. It's going to be winding, there's going to be bold, it's going to be messy, and stuff is going to happen. So we're going to talk about how you can keep you accountable when you hit a boulder, or your wagon gets tipped over, or you get distracted, so that when the world comes knocking, you're going to be ready. If you are enjoying this video, please give it a like, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, because we are here every week bringing you new, wonderful, unique tips and tricks to help you achieve your goals and live your best life. All right, let's get into the 4 main things you can do to achieve accountability goals. The first in our set of 4 of accountability accessories is set challenges and have consequences. My brother actually taught me this one, so I called it toilet money because that's exactly what it is. He had a goal and he had a time limit, and if he didn't hit his goal by his time limit, he would have to take a £50 note, light it on fire, and flush down the toilet. And he had to do it once, and ever since then he has always hit his goal. So when you set a challenge, make it realistic, but make it a bit tight, because making work for it, but make sure that the forfeit is hideous. That was his worst nightmare. I had one where I had to eat jellied eels, which is my worst nightmare, and I assure you you have to make sure that you do not want to do it, and it just adds this extra pressure to make sure that you get it done. It gives you that little bit of incentive, that little bit of drive to remind yourself that actually I don't want to light £50 on fire when I could be buying nice new fun stuff with that. How does this keep you accountable? Simple incentive. If you make the forfeit that bad, you will do anything to avoid it. And it does work. I've done it several times. I quite like it. It's not my favorite, but it is a fantastic way to do it. And as I said, my brother has never failed one of his goals now because of this system. So it's a great system. I recommend you try it out. And make sure you really, really don't want to do the forfeit. So if I don't do my handstand practice every single day, I have to do 100 burpees for every session that I miss. So we're gonna go practice. Number 2 is rewards. We love rewards, we're humans, we love getting gifts, we love the dopamine. So a very common accountability thing is to set a treat at the end of doing a particular set of tasks. So since you have your journey of all the steps that you've got to take, having little milestone ones, and then like maybe weekly ones, and then little ones to help you get over the hurdles with like little treats is so important. But not as important as remembering to actually reward yourself, because I know so many times I've set a really audacious goal and like, it's gonna be so much, and I get up this huge mountain and it's actually a molehill and it's not as big as my brain made out. And then I'm like, do I really deserve to buy myself a treat? Yes, because if you don't, you get bored and you give up. So make sure that you reward yourself. Don't be me, buy yourself the treats. So leave a comment, what is your next milestone and what are you going to be doing to reward yourself and treat yourself, and you're actually going to do it. And for me, a big part is commitment. You have to commit to doing your goals, and you have to not be afraid to tell people when they ask what your goal is. So I'm asking, commit, tell us what your next treat is, what is your next goal, and how are you going to do it? How will this keep you accountable? We love treats. We're human beings. We just love all the treats. Use your brain to your advantage and get some treats. I achieved my big, beautiful goal, so I got my reward. As always, it's shoes. Aren't they pretty? Number 3 is an accountability pal. Now, if you're a people pleaser, this one is for you. So many times I've had a goal and I've needed an accountability pal, and I've just gone to my friend and said, hi, your help keep me accountable, and they're all like, yeah, but give it a week and they've forgotten and they don't care, and then they'll give you a bunch of excuses to get out of it. If you have the wrong accountability buddy, it can be such a hindrance. They're not invested in your goals. They don't really care. They won't support you when times get tough. They'll just offer you excuses because they want you to be happy. They don't want you to achieve your goals in a nice way. So we're going to talk about what you need in an accountability buddy. And this could be in person or online. All you need to do is make sure that you have the right person. First quality, they need to be as committed as you are. It's ideal if they have their own goal and you are accountability pals for each other, but you guys have to be on the same level of commitment. I've had so many times where I've gone online, I found an accountability pal, and then they're all like, yeah, but in reality they're a bit like, woo. But I need someone that's like, yeah. So if you're a woo person, find a woo person. But if you're a yeah person, find a yeah person, because they are incompatible and you will just end up button heads. So make sure they are as 100% committed to their goals and on your level, else you'll drive each other insane. Number 2, you need a non-negotiable check-in day. Every week, you need to have it non-negotiable. You need someone who's reliable, dependable, will always turn up to make sure that you do your rewards or your forfeits or whatever, just to check in and talk about your goals so you keep it fresh in your mind. This is so important. If you have someone that's flaky and inconsistent, your entire goal will be flaky and inconsistent. If you're relying on someone, make sure they are solid and dependable. Now, a great option for this is a coach in that particular area, because not only are they 100% committed to your goal, because if you fail, they fail, but you've also invested money that could be spent on shoes and going on holiday, but you've not. You've spent it on achieving your goal, so you're extra committed to not wasting that money. That is always an option for you. I know I've used them many times with things like weight loss, because I simply love cheese too much, and I found them extremely helpful, extremely useful to have someone to talk to you about going through that process. How will this keep you accountable? Well, if you're a people pleaser, like me, I do not like letting people down. You have someone who's relying on you, someone who's dependent on you, and that can be very powerful, not to want to disappoint anyone. This is not for everyone, but it definitely is a really strong, useful thing that you can be doing. And it makes the journey more exciting if you have someone going through the same thing, something you could talk about, someone who can relate to you, someone who can guide you when you're struggling. Really great. Love having an accountability pal that's on your level. Make sure they're on your level. Hey, this is my accountability pal, Estelle.
Hi.
How are my handstands going?
Pretty good, not bad. They're better than mine, to be fair, because I actually hate being upside down. Makes me want to throw up.
They're okay, they could be better. Number 4 is my favorite, and it is called ramping up the pressure. Everyone knows the story of Steve Jobs. His employees will give him a timeline of how long something will take, and he'll give them a deadline halfway through, and they'll be like, but it can't be done. He'll be like, but it has to be done. And then it gets done. I love this. I use this all the time. If you give me a week to do something, I will do it on Sunday. But if I give myself until Monday to do it, it will be done on Monday. This is great for so many things, like anxiety reducing, gets everything done, frees up your week. It is a great thing to do. Now, I know that some people don't like the stress and the pressure. They like to plot at their own speed, but this is something that works absolutely amazing for me, because if I don't set intense, real strict deadlines, I will not get stuff done. Just remember, if you're putting too much stress on yourself, it can be quite debilitating. So make sure that there is a balance, because this can easily go into, I've got too much to do, I feel overwhelmed, and I'm gonna do nothing. So when you set deadlines, make sure you're in a good headspace for it. But it is fun, I love it. How does it keep you accountable? So for me, I hate being in trouble. I like having my stuff on time. I hate people being disappointed in me. I don't like letting anyone down. So if I set that unrealistic deadline, I have a deadline, I have something to do to hit that point, and if not, there are consequences. So I don't know. This is just for me. I think this is just very natural human nature. Like, we have a time and we're supposed to do it by that time, and it gets done. This is very different for very different people, I know, but this one is my favorite. Ramp up the pressure, put an unnecessary deadline, and get it done as soon as possible. Time for the gym. Gonna go there early, gonna get it done, out the way, so I can enjoy the rest of my day until 6 o'clock, when the next deadline is and I have to go do it all over again. Gonna hit my goal. So those are my 4 accountability tips, but all of this is absolutely useless if you are still continuing to self-sabotage. Now, this is a video on its own, I've got a video on it, but I want to cover the main points that you need to take into account in order to stop self-sabotaging, so that you can make the road to your goal a lot less bumpy and a lot less need for accountability, because it's going to be a nice, smooth journey. Number 1, identify what causes failure. What's caused you to fail in the past? Identify it so that you can build systems so that when that situation or problem comes back up again, you will have the resources to deal with it, so you can move forward very smoothly, very simply, so it doesn't just keep knocking you off your wagon doing the same thing over and over again like a crazy person. Number 2 is identifying triggers and avoiding them. So if you have a person, you're feeling really pumped up, and you go and talk to this person, and you come out and you feel like, oh, what's the point? I can't even be bothered, I'm just gonna give up. Avoid that person. Find what triggers you to throw you off your rhythm and avoid it. Number 3 is reassure yourself. This is so important. Positive self-talk is so important. If you don't believe and talk to yourself like you're going to achieve your goal, you're not going to achieve it. Make sure that you talk to yourself positively so you don't self-sabotage your way in a very subtle way. Positive self-talk, very important. Number 4 is your environment. This is so important. You have to make sure that your environment that you're chilling in, that you're living in, that you're achieving your goals in, is perfectly designed to help you achieve your goals. For example, if you are trying to read more in the evenings, but you find yourself just getting home and watching TV, put the TV remote real far away, and then leave books around the living room, so when you sit down to flop and watch the TV, you're like, oh, it's all the way over there, I'm just gonna pick up a book. It works the same if you want to stop eating snacks. Hide the snacks and put the healthiest snacks real easy to get, so all the grapes on the side, but all the sugary snacks in the cupboard. How will this keep you accountable? Well, this is more about removing obstacles. If you picture your journey to your goal as a nice long winding path, but there are big boulders in the way, and sometimes you stop at the boulder and you're like, oh, it's a bit too hard to climb over, can't be bothered, I'll just go down this much easier path that goes to a different direction. We want to remove the big boulders so that you don't trip up or stop or question yourself on your journey. That's what we want to do. We want to stop you building these self-blocking boulders. We don't want you to fall off course, so find where you're self-sabotaging yourself, make sure your environment is perfect and perfectly attuned to help you achieve your goals, and then travel down your path much easier. My big self-sabotaging belief about handstands is that I'm gonna fall on my head and die. So we're gonna fight that right now. Didn't die. Okay, it is time to commit 100% to your goals. No excuses, no drama, just go. Tell us in the comments below, what is your goal and what are you going to be doing to keep yourself accountable? And I hope all of this helps. Let us know what you'd like to see from us next. How can we help you achieve all your goals and live your best life? Let us know and we'll make videos on it for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and all of the resources that we mentioned in this video are in the description box below. Have an absolutely amazing day.